This is Wave 3 Listens Live.
And Mike, to the point of the answer to your question, one of the potholes that you talk about in your book is all about documenting. You want to talk about that? We can go through these 7 potholes. We'll start with number 1.
Okay, that's always a good place to start.
Okay. I like number 7 best, though, so you got to stay tuned till we get to number 7. So, pothole number 1, not taking immediate action at the accident scene.
That is one of those things that people just assume that everything is going to be taken care of. And I want to qualify this pothole first off. If you are injured or in a position where you're in danger by doing anything, you should always wait for the police. You should always take care of the injured person. You should always call 911 immediately to get the help on the way. But if you're able to get around and you're luckily, you don't feel like you are seriously injured at that point in time, it's best to start getting some information. And what I'm talking about is things like getting the insurance information from the driver that caused the accident. If there are witnesses to the accidents, trying to get in their name and their address and their phone number so you can contact them later. The police, most of the time, will interview them, and most of the time they will put that information on the accident report, but not always. There have been instances where I've had clients that have said, well, there was witnesses to the accident, but they never showed up on the accident report.
Right.
They had no way to contact them, and if there's a dispute as to how the accident happened, that independent witness can be critical to the outcome of your case. It can make the difference between you being compensated for your injuries and really getting nothing.
Wow. Okay, so that is important. I guess you always think about exchanging insurance cards and getting that information, but you wouldn't think about necessarily the name and address and number. I think probably the address is a critical factor too with people now, because cell phone numbers change so quickly and all that sort of thing. So.
Well, that is absolutely correct. And what I would suggest is always taking down the license plate number of the car that hit you. A case in point, I had a client who exchanged insurance information with somebody that hit them, did not call the police because they didn't think they were hurt seriously. It ended up that their injuries were a lot worse than they thought. When they contacted the individual at the address and phone number that was given, it was disconnected, and they had no way of tracking this individual down because they didn't have a license number or any other identifying information.
Okay, important stuff. What do you say we go ahead and take a real quick break?
That'd be great, Cindy.
Mike Schafer is joining us today. He is an attorney, and he is going to take your calls today if you've got questions. He does, I can't say it, but concentrates. That's the word. Concentrates in personal injury. So if you've got a question, go ahead and give us a call right now, 571-5263. We'll get you all lined up, and we'll be right back with Listens Live. Stay with us.